Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe for entertainment content on music, movies, anything from Star Wars to new movies to even older films. So, today we're going to talk about Rian Johnson, the director of The Last Jedi. Over the year or two now that his name has been brought up, and then there was a lot of hopes for The Last Jedi. And then watching The Last Jedi, I actually thought it was a good movie, just not a good Star Wars movie. Then you go and watch a show like Cobra Kai, where they actually did a lot of great things for the legacy characters, and they made you just enjoy uh, the legacy characters, and the way they introduced the new characters was just so satisfying. So then I asked myself, with this backlash and seeing what happened to Solo, and then watching people from Lucasfilms attack the fans, I have to ask myself, there has to be something else going on. For one, is Rian Johnson a yes man? Does he have things from up above where maybe the script he turned in isn't the best script for Star Wars, but it's what they wanted? They wanted to move on from Luke Skywalker. Two, did he really mean, is that script really truly what he wanted? Three, is it his contract? Now, my thoughts on his contract. Let's say supposedly he's signed on for three more movies. He's supposed to get his own trilogy. So that's a total of four movies by Rian Johnson. And let's say he does other work. Now, I've heard scriptwriters make about $1 million, believe it or not. If you go and look up the Nightmare on Elm Street script that was canned, they put almost $1 million into that. So that's four scripts, okay? Approved scripts. So let's do $1 million a piece. Okay, it's $4 million. Then the work. Let's hypothetically say it's $8 million. I'm just gonna that's under $10 million for about several years of somebody's life. But let's make that contract worth $50 million. Okay. When you have a movie like The Force Awakens coming out making $2.1 billion, The Last Jedi come out made $1.3 billion. If Rian Johnson gets another trilogy, will it make $1 billion? I don't think it will. Honestly, I feel that the key to $1 billion movie is Mark Hamill. And just because he's in the movie 20 minutes, I don't know if that's going to satisfy people like me. Because as a whole, The Force Awakens was not a great movie, but it was kind of like the toss up. You know, hey guys, we're going to toss the ball up. Number eight's just got to hit it out of the park. That's all we got to do. Seven is so tied to eight. If eight was not a good film, then seven's not going to be a great film. So now you got two movies that are subpar with one movie trying to make up for all the legacy character. It's just not the way to do it. I don't think that episode 9 is going to be a home run. So with that being said, episode 9, if not done right, it might make $1 billion. I still think the backlash is going to be heavy. I think it all depends on those day one YouTube reviews that come out that weekend, what it does the following weekends. So let's take a look at Rian Johnson's next trilogy, though. Will it make $1 billion a movie? I don't think so. In my opinion, Star Wars should be $1.5 billion making movies, especially on their big trilogies. So if you're making movies that only make $500 million, then what is a $50 million contract? There's rumor that that's why they've not canned Rian Johnson, because his contract. What do you guys think about that? I personally think at this point you can that contract for $50 million, and I don't know if it's fully guaranteed. I don't know if his contract is fully guaranteed, but even if it is fully guaranteed for $50 million, you run away from that guy, because I think anything with his name attached to it is only going to reach half of what it could. And I don't want him going to Guardians of the Galaxy if he is fired from Star Wars. I don't want to see him in anything else, in my opinion. I think he's one of those guys that he's not done enough anyway. He's not Steven Spielberg, okay? Look at Steven Spielberg's first 5 movies, compared to Rian Johnson's. Look at George Lucas's first several movies, compared to Rian Johnson's. Rian Johnson did Looper. That is not an A-plus film. Look at J.J. Abrams. He wrote Forever Young with Mel Gibson. I actually thought that was a really good movie from the 80s. It's not the best movies, but it's very, the story's really cool. Looper, I saw at the drive-in. Most of Bruce Willis's movies lately have not been on the par. They're likened to a lot of Nicolas Cage stuff, but I still think Nicolas Cage does a little bit better than Bruce Willis. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about some of the topics? Is the contract that I've set, I don't know the contract details, but if they're paying him more than $50 million, then there's an issue. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.